Trini Girl Natural.
Hi everyone. This is like a, I don't know, day 10, 12, something like that, old washing mill, and yeah, it's time. I went bike riding, which meant I squished it under a helmet, and I worked out, which meant like it wasn't a puff and just kind of getting frizzy. So yeah. So I mean, this is like way too coily to even think about detangling it like this in this state. So let me go through my process. So first thing I do is just like spritz it with water to kind of hydrate and dampen it a little bit. So usually when I pre-poo, my ideal pre-poo is to pre-poo the night before. I like to use oils to prevent hygral fatigue and just to add slip. So ideally I would do this step the night before, and if I do it the night before I also have time to like do a little scalp massage and stuff. But it was a rough week, so here I am, So yeah. Step one, just kind of get your hair kind of hydrated a little bit. And then I'm gonna stick in the oils. So step two, my oil mix. So this is usually olive oil and avocado oil. Coconut oil as well, sometimes. So yeah. And this I just kind of want to get on my hair. Like I said, if it was the night before, I would actually work on getting it on my scalp and stuff like that. But if I'm going to wash it just a little while, just want it on my hair. Just get the slip benefits, the moisture benefits and stuff like that. I pat my hair really crazy last week. So yeah, this is me just working in that oil. Yeah, I go heavy on it because that's what it's for. It's not super pricey or anything, and I do want my hair to be protected, and I do want my hair to have that slip and have that oil barrier. So I do just squeeze it in like there's no tomorrow. It's mostly olive oil, so it's cheap enough to do this. Put a little bit extra on my kitchen because that's where it's my kind of, it gets the scarf, it gets the color of your clothes and stuff, so it kind of tends to get more tangled. My roots and my kitchen area, I guess, tends to get more tangled, so let me just put some in that back. As you can see, I work in 4 sections, so even if you don't see me actually make the sections, I'm making them in my head. And my hair kind of already knows where the sections are too. So I kind of part where it kind of wants to part, and it usually wants to part along those sections. So again, another little thing just for my ends. And on the side. Get your edges. And then also try not to neglect your crown, because that's another area that people naturals tend to neglect. I'm not putting much each time, but I'm just putting some. I don't want it to like actually waste and fall all over the place either. So this is pretty much it. I can go in smaller sections and just smooth. And what that does is might release some shed hair. Definitely works in the oil a little bit more, especially if your hair is thick. You're trying to get it everywhere. So shed hair. You see how thick these 3 course my strands are? So you can already see that it would have been at least a little bit more conceivable to detangle. I'm still not going to try to detangle this, but it's possible. It's possible, sorta, to do. going to be a lot of shedding in here because my hair is really thick and it's been way too long. So it's kind of interesting making a curly hair routine video on day million, but you know, that's how it worked out. So yeah, anyways, I usually don't try to detangle. I'm just showing you guys that even just adding a little bit of water and oil made it a little more possible to do. So yeah, just let this soak in for a while. Let it soak in for a while. So now that the oil is all soaked in, I apply conditioner around my edges and my part and near my roots and just, you know, all of my problem areas in terms of tangles. And then I let my hair sit for 15 minutes before I detangle. I detangle before I shampoo or deep condition. In general, shampooing tangled hair adds tangles, so I don't want that to happen to me. And for my hair in particular, applying heat with my conditioner, even just a plastic cap, tends to make my hair soft and kind of too fragile for detangling. I like it to be more resistant to me pulling on it because I kind of go quickly when detangling. So that's it, just let it sit, and now I'm ready to detangle. I start with my hair in 4 sections, and I start by getting my hair completely wet. Once my hair is wet, I lightly rake my fingers through my hair, starting from the ends and working my way up. Sometimes I also grab sections of hair and gently pull them apart. When I encounter a tangle, I separate the tangled hair into 2 and hold on to the nut ball and pull one side of the hair up and out. Or I carefully tease apart both sides with my fingers. I rarely ever get a knot that I can't quickly and easily undo, as my hair is just very loosely wrapped around each other in my tangle. So I just make sure that I don't cause any knotting or tightening of the tangle. Once the ends of the big section is pretty much detangled, I divide that section into 2 sections to make sure I get at my roots. By the way, I just wear vinyl gloves to help with the slip, and again, my hair is a very wiry texture, so the strand itself is kind of rough to the touch. So the gloves also help protect my fingers from the ouchies, as well as giving me great slip and helping me to get my hands further through the hair before I actually snag. And I can rake my fingers through my hair from root to tip in any direction without hitting any snag. I know that this section is fully detangled and I can move on to the next one. The best fresh start feeling in the world when you're all done detangling. I remove my gloves and continue with the rest of my washing. So that's it. That's my detangling routine. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, and also let me know what your detangling routine is like. I mean, this is my favorite one, but I also do other things as well. So I'll be curious to hear what you guys have to say. Bye until the next one.